What's up, everyone? And today we'll just be talking about the 10.7 changes to Shaman as well as the 10.1 predictions for the talent builds. If you want to watch my guide on how to play Enhancement Shaman, I'll put a link to it in the description. And this video will have a link to, or at least the code for all the new talents. I'll put that in the description as well for each boss and scenario. So let's just briefly run over the class changes to the talents. You want to take Frost Shock all the way into this one for movement speed. I like going Thunderstorm as a knockup. This is the dungeon build, but you can pick and choose the left side. I'm just putting quick links just in case you want to grab something and then you can edit it on your own. So essentially, you want that all the way. Now you can get Nature's Guardian plus this for reduction and healing. Social Guidance, you still want that. That Stone Skins, if you really want it, you don't have to. Poisons, if there's ever a poison scenario, you'll take that. The only one I know of right now is Academy, but the new dungeons, there might be poisons. I don't know at this point. I'll make a 10.1 guide as well when that comes out. Your capacitors, stun totem, you get more movement speed with a wolf. You can pick into that now. Astral shift is a little bit better. Your interrupt, your damage, your leech. You get Wind Fury totem now for dungeons. I still like Earth Shield. They did buff it a little bit, so it's nice to have on you. This does a good amount of healing, but you don't really need it to press. If you want to spec one more point into this to put on your tank or maybe your healer just to heal them a little bit more, you can be friendly, do that. But in general, you don't need any of these. You don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need these as enhancement. You could have Earth Elemental to give you more health if you're doing a high content. But like I said, just a couple. This is just brief links to trees that we already discussed in the other video. I just want to put updated information here. So yeah, this is the Wind Fury Dungeon one. And this is by far what you should use in dungeons. I've been messing around with the dungeon build, and I've been actually running this. And then the reason why I've been running this is because, I don't know, I don't really like the Frost Shock build too much. And this does some pretty decent AoE and some pretty good single target. But there's no Frost Shock. That's the main difference. This build, I think, might be the best build in the next patch. I'll get to that later. I'm just going to go through the links. And single target, some AoE. Same build. You guys already know. Like, I think 6 bosses in the raid have you building this. Then full single target RNG. This is your, Teros. If you're ever on the boss build. This will still be good. All right. And then I have the other random builds. Would I suggest them at this time? No. So when you're on Kurog, I just want to make a quick note of this. The talents you actually take, you get rid of Swirling Maelstrom for Crash Lightning for the AoE 2 target cleave. But that's essentially the only change for that. But like I said, it'll be in the description. So now let's talk about the 10.1 predictions of what talents people will probably be running. So here you can see what the current tier set is. They changed it a little bit, so it's a little bit different than how it was originally, so it might change again. But like I said, I'll make a guide for that as well when it drops. So Sunder increases your mastery by 12 times 2% for 15 seconds. What that means is that you're just going to want to Sunder before you do any of your other rotations just to give yourself mastery. So that's okay. I don't think this is the greatest tier set because playing around Sundering is kind of strange. But anyway, let's look more into it. In the 4 set, Sunder increases your physical and fire damage dealt by 30% for 15 seconds, and your next chain lightning, 3 of them, deals 100% increased damage and refunds 50% of the Maelstrom weapon stacks consumed. Originally, they had it a lot worse, and they changed it to the chain lightning being a little bit stronger, because it was not that good, and it was like a single target versus AoE type of thing, but it looks like it's all buffed, and it's not like if you hit one target or multiple target, it looks like you just get the buffs regardless. So that's great. 30% physical is insane. So your single target still looking like it's going to be good. Fire damage. Now, Lava Lash, your hits are going to be good as well. So it's going to be good to have them keep proccing. Maybe Fire Nova is actually a talent again. And the other big thing is you're going to have 3 chain lightnings that are going to deal 100% increased damage. Then that feels good as well. That's good for AoE 5 targets, just passively. You're doing chain lightning anyway, sorry, and it's going to do a lot of damage. So what do I think about the talents? The current one that people take could still be good. The reason why it might not be as good is because there's still a 30% physical gain. So that's where I'm leaning to, like, okay, now that there's a physical gain, maybe the other talents will start to shine more. But anyway, you still go full into fire, so that's good. And then you still have the chain lightning buff as well, so that's good. So you're still running off of the other procs, but it's just like, maybe that extra 30% will actually go, physical damage will actually go a long way for like single target AoE. So that's why I'm thinking potentially this build might be really good because you keep Doom Winds. The single target build, you don't have to worry. That's just, no, this tier set doesn't really change it. It's just sunder before the combo, so I don't want to go into the single target. But for the AoE, this build might start to shine. Maybe you take Fire Nova as well because your fire damage gets increased, but that's kind of like an AoE thing. So the reason why I really like this build is two reasons. One, if it's mass AoE, you're going to want to go Alpha Wolves. If not, you can take a point out of that and you can put a point there. Or I've even been contemplating where you just don't have any, like, not any, sorry, just one point to that and points down here. So that way you're constantly generating your Maelstrom and then you're just ripping Chain Lightning. I do know that they're buffing both of these spells as well. That's why I think there's a potential that that this is even the build. So like I said, so this one could be a possibility for going RNG into deeply rooted elements, or if they're actually buffing this, then maybe that hero window with pot and everything, that'll be really good. Or like maybe that's not the greatest, but you still want to come back in here for the more physical damage gain. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe that 30% physical is gonna go a long way, and this will work. Yeah, but then you lose out on the fire, but you still get a little bit of everything else. Like, I don't know if the 4 set was just worded wrong, and then it's still like a single target versus AoE type of thing, or how the buff works. I don't know if you get the chain lightning buff regardless. So there's still a bunch to look into. I just want to make a video to just put that out there. Thoughts, predictions, and I do want to say, will I be playing Shaman? I don't know. I enjoy it. At the same time, I don't. It's a little bit too complex of a rotation. It's fun to play, but like after playing it for so long, you're just like, I don't want to play this. You're literally like just non-stop smashing stormstrike, which is like kind of fast gameplay and then rotating your other abilities. But for me, I kind of like AFK casting, so I might play Warlock. I might play something else. I don't know. We'll see. I'll still make a guide for 10.1 for Shaman though, just to help people out, because I know a lot of people probably still want to see something. Yeah, I still stream Tuesday, Thursdays. We're on Birdkeeper right now. Hopefully we can get cutting edge. That's all about it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. That's that. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. See you.